like and you just put it on there for them. That's great too. This is all fresh, healthy vegetables. None of this is cooked, which is fine if they like it cooked as well. And so I also have mixed greens in here, which are going to go in the pita pockets a little bit later. And so that's just sitting on the bottom. And this is enough to fit 2 skewers of salad on a stick. I actually got this idea from another blogger friend of mine. I think it was Organized Bites. Yeah, I think so. And actually, we have another blogger here. I'm not going to embarrass her, but I'm just going to tell you, check out One Crafty Thing. It's onecraftything.com, right? Yes. onecraftything.com. She does amazing bento boxes and crafts and painting and other stuff like that too, and she's local in Fremont. And so, yeah, Organized Bites is where I got that idea for the salad on a stick. Now, Whole Foods sells these whole wheat little mini pitas that are really fun. Maybe your kids won't eat a whole pita pocket, and it'll just go to waste, but they might eat something like this. And so, oh, there you go. Here's one that's done already. And so you guys can keep working on that if you want to for a minute. And so what I've done is just I've sliced them up into half, and they're just like any other pita pockets, except there's just a little bit of space in there. And sometimes I think that presentation gets lost when we're working with stuff with our kids. And so another cool thing is with these laptop lunches, it's really easy to pack things in here really tight. And you'll see this when it goes around in a little bit, but these little pita pockets fit really well in there. And sometimes if they're just organized, how many of your kids don't like food to touch? Okay, that's another great thing about these little boxes. And there's some other great boxes out there too, but that's the great thing about these is you can put different food articles and different things, and they'll never touch till they want them to. And so we'll just stick them in there. And then Abby, can you help me for a minute? This is a cool little dipper that comes with it as well, and it has a little tiny lid that goes on it. And Abby, okay, thank you. We'll put that down there. That's really cool. Good job. Yeah. Do you want to take that to your seat? All right. And can you just? These are just Whole Foods sliced almonds. Is all this is. And so Abby's going to fill up this little container with sliced almonds there. Just fill it right up to the top. And what I don't like about a sack lunch is you bring a brown bag, or if you make a brown bag, is sometimes it's really easy just to throw whatever's easiest in there. Sometimes it's not the healthiest. Sometimes it doesn't even taste the best. And it's not balanced normally. Because of the brown bag, you just throw it in, roll it up, put it in the refrigerator. And the great thing about little containers like this is you could see exactly what you're putting in there. And so we're just going to stuff that next to the pita pockets. And let's say you had chicken the night before. What I did, this is leftover chicken. It's just chicken breasts that I just, actually my wife cut it up. And but you can slice it up. This is cut pretty small because the pita pockets are pretty small. And then I put a little bit of the bell pepper in. And sometimes if you mix something that your kid might not like in with another food, they might actually like it. And they wouldn't know that they would. So we're just going to throw that in there. And then, so there's a little chicken in there, and Joy will bring this around in a second. And it's packed in there tightly. And then Abby's going to put in this orange one. She's going to put in some pineapple. I just diced it up pretty small. And so these are chicken pineapple pitas. And so really healthy. It's fresh pineapple here from Whole Foods. And mixed in with a little bit of chicken breast, a little bit of bell pepper. And the bell pepper gives it a little bit of crunch as well. So if you have an older child, maybe 4th, 5th grade, they might like this more than a fish lunch. If you have a 5th grade boy, they might be like, please don't make me lunch anymore, please. But with this, it might actually be okay. And that's what the almonds are for as well, is it gives it a little bit of texture, a little bit of crunch in there. And so it's as easy as that. She just filled that up there. And the last little container that we're going to do is we're going to do some celery sticks, which we already have cut up over here in this little container. Hold on one second. Okay, what I'm going to have you do is we're going to use this wow butter. Wow butter is good because it tastes like peanut butter, but it's 100% peanut free. And so maybe your kids like wow butter. Let's use this one, okay? And so what Abby's going to do is just fill this up with wow butter. And then we're going to take some of these celery sticks here. And celery sticks are great because you could just cut them up, like I said, at the beginning of the week and throw them in your refrigerator and they'll keep for a little bit of time. And what we're also going to do is raisins. What I like to do, I use dried fruit quite a bit. I know we're talking about fresh mainly tonight, but for when I do use dried fruit, I try and find dry fruit that is doesn't have a lot of additives or sugar or anything like that, because fruit is really pretty sweet on its own, and it's really healthy as well. And so there you go. It's a little bit messy, but we can wipe it off really easily. And another thing is you don't need to worry about getting these, and I don't get paid by Laptop Lunches or anything like that. I just want to tell you what I like, what's worked for me, is all these little pieces can go right in the dishwasher. And so you don't need to wash them all by hand, so that's really cool. And so I'm going to put this in here and then just take this off. A bunch of raisins there. And they can actually use, if they want to, here Abby, you want to try this out? All they're going to do is they don't have to take anything out of here. They can just dip the celery stick in the wow butter. And wait, before you eat it. Well, whoops. Get a good amount on there. There you go. And then dip it in the raisins, and they'll stick to there, and just take a bite like that. So, and that is that lunch, and I'll have you want to go around there. Obviously, it's not as, doesn't have a lot of the wow factor that an under the sea lunch might have, but it's still super healthy. There's actually a lot of food in there. Yeah. So there's actually like a lot of food in there, and it depending. Sometimes I get questions about, hey, is this enough food for your daughter? And my kids sometimes, I don't know if your kids are the same way, sometimes they'll eat a lot if they're going through growth spurts, and then pack a little bit more. Sometimes they'll barely eat anything. And so because I try and reduce food waste, I try and pay attention to their habits and just kind of pack a little bit less so we don't have to throw stuff away. And